Ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, and anything else you'd like to call yourself, welcome to ACL Pro's MLG 2K series. I'm in Maniac, joined by the one and only Mikester. Mikester, we have an exciting day of Call of Duty action ahead of us.
We do. ACL 2K is always a good day here, and I mean we have plenty of teams signed up to this competition. It's going to be a great day of Call of Duty.
37 teams signed up today. That is a lot of Call of Duty action ahead of us. I'm pumped. Are you pumped, Mikester?
I am.
It's going to be an exciting day. We're really happy to have this competition back, guys. It's been just over a month, or a little bit over a month and a half since our last 2K, so we're really excited to get back into it. My first time streaming it, and my first time casting it, rather, Meister. I'm personally excited to get into this, to see the best teams that Australia and New Zealand has to offer. Of course, last time we had some big results from a lot of big names, but none other than Team Immunity, now known as Plantronics Mind Freak. They went through the last 2K completely without dropping out, except for one. We'll sweep that little one aside against Citadel. Now, we're going to be seeing some really exciting teams here today as well. Now, Mike, so are there any standout teams? Who do you think we're going to be seeing dominating today's competition?
Well, you know, you mentioned Mind Freak before, and I just got to highlight them again because they are signed up to this competition, and you also do have Curse as well, so I think they're the two standouts here in this 2K.
The two biggest teams in the Australian-New Zealand region in today's competition, and no doubt you'll be seeing these powerhouses a little later on the stream. But what we're going to be talking about right now is our round one matchup. We're going to be seeing the team of Rival up against Collateral. Now, these teams are coming into this competition seated 35th and 30th, respectively. Don't rule these guys out. They are here for a reason. I'm sure they're going to be putting up a great fight. Now, some of these relatively unknown names, but there's still some strong names in here. Mike, who are the team members that we should probably be looking out for?
I mean, from the Collateral team, you have Herney, you got Killer, Nels, and Pred. I've had the pleasure of casting them multiple times online. They definitely are a solid up-and-coming side. And then, of course, you have Rival. You got I'm Going Yak Master, Blazed, Trent, and Forsaken. Also, a couple of good players coming out there as well. So it is going to be an interesting matchup, of course, 30th to 35th seed here in this competition. So not too many opportunities to play in these 2Ks, but they've definitely had their share of online competition so far, so it'll be interesting to see how they stack up against each other.
Going to be very interesting indeed, and of course, these teams, along with every other team in the competition, playing for those very juicy MLG Pro points, which obviously seed you for future competitions, both in ACL and also, if you're lucky enough, to compete in MLG's competitions. Now, don't forget, guys and girls, that at the beginning of these competitions, until a little later on in the competition, it's going to be a best of 3 single elimination bracket. So these guys are going to be coming out of the gates firing on all cylinders, you can definitely imagine. Now, once again, Rival vs. Collateral is going to be our first matchup and our first map as well. And what better map to start things off with? Domination on Freight. Personally, one of my favorite ones to cast, Mike. So
yeah, I definitely, I do like Freight, not just in Domination as well, but also, of course, in the other variants that we have here for this one. Of course, it is going to be single elimination, as you mentioned, but it's also going to be a best of 3. So you do have Domination, S&D, and then the Blitz. But it's going to be an interesting one to start it off. Freight, of course, that cluster down at B, and then trying to push on forward to try and get that positioning from there is going to be a tricky one. But I guess we'll just have to see which team will be able to get that early advantage, take out map number 1, because in a best of 3 single elimination, especially that first map is everything.
Obviously, indeed, and you want to get that momentum, because usually if you're losing that first map, going into an S&D in the next map, you really want to kind of hold that momentum very early in the series. And again, single elimination, kind of tough in these tournaments.
It is, but I mean, if you start out strong and you're able to just remain composed and you're able to keep that one going, then you can keep on going past these rounds. But no team likes to start off a competition getting knocked out.
Of course, so it's tough for the players, but it's going to be exciting. It's going to be great for the viewers, no doubt, because these guys obviously want to be drawing first blood against the competition here. Now, guys, for those of you playing at home, make sure you're following all of the information on Twitter with the hashtag ACL2K, and make sure you're following ACL on Twitter. That's at ACL Pro. You're going to get all of the action from not only this competition, but all of the Call of Duty action in the Australian and New Zealand region from that Twitter account. And also, you want to hit them with your Twitter, Mikester?
At Mikester94.
I'm at ACL and Maniac. Make sure you follow those Twitters, and we'll be feeding you all of the Call of Duty action over today's competition. Now, we're going to get things started very, very soon. We're just loading into the map now. Now, as we said, we went through the teams. Rival, of course, Yak, Blaze, Trent, and Forsaken up against Collateral, Herney, Bra, Nelly, Pred, and Killer. Who do you think is going to be coming out of the gate the best out of these teams? Let's see who we're going to follow.
Well, I'm actually going to jump on board with Pred up first, and we'll see which what angle he'll be able to go with on this domination side. Of course, spawning over on the C side, so they're going to be pushing on down straight over to B. But I mean, I'm looking at the Collateral team as a whole to go strong earlier on. I think they'll maybe be able to overpower originally over on that B side, but then I'm looking at Rival to try and get me wrong. Try to just put the words back in my mouth and try to prove a little bit, start off strong themselves.
Well, with the 35th and 30th seeded teams, it's really a flip of a coin until we get started in this game. Now, as we've gone through a little bit about domination on Freight, but for those guys playing at home, now these MLG 2Ks kind of draw in the viewers that we don't usually get, Mike. So explain for the players at home, what kind of weapons will we be seeing these players play? What's the usual format for Dom on Freight?
I'll give you a perfect example here. Swapping over through this, you have a lot of vectors. You have an MTAR coming out as well. Swapping over through the other team, you have this one Remington. Out of 8 players, one Remington is in play. So as you can see, it is a more submachine gun controlled map. And they're going to be wanting to contest over on this B side. You see them already pushing forward, getting their spawn flags at A and C control. And that B flag, they're not going on it straight away, but rather wanting to go pick up a couple kills, because you saw just then he tried to go over that B flag and he instantly got annihilated.
Yeah, of course, Pred a little too keen to go straight for that B, and he was punished for it. Dropped very fast in the background. We see Trent taking down Killer. We're on with Hernebra here as he's going to be jumping through the red train. He's looking over towards under the crates there. Now B is still neutralized. A lot of action in the background. Teams get dropped left and right. Blaze was the last one alive before he was just dropped there by Nels.
Going to be seeing that B flag trying to get in control by Collateral here, but it's all about if they'll be able to do so. A couple of pre-shots went out there by one member of Rival. He wasn't able to actually clean that one up. You're going to be seeing the team of Collateral manage to secure that B flag, and they're not wanting to overcommit. They don't want to push on, push onto that border and try to flip those spawns. They're just content with sitting back over near red, holding that positioning and holding that line across the middle side of the map to just pick off those kills and hold that 2-flag advantage.
And that is a good start for this team of Collateral. Now, he saw that player go past. He was looking for the second one coming through, but it wasn't meant to be, and he was dropped for that. Now, excuse me, B and C still in control of Collateral at the moment, and we see on the mini-map there, the guys from Rival up on the north side of the map. There is a couple of players of Collateral up there. That was Hernebra who dropped Forsaken before he was taken in return, and we saw Trent, Blaze, and Yak, all players from Rival Adam get some solid kills out there. Still with Pred as he picks up the nice 2-piece there, guarding that B flag. Some excellent work there, and we see on the mini-map there's a player coming behind him. Is he going to spot him? No, not going to matter. They're going to do a little bit of ring around the rosy. There's a couple players in front of him now. Drops one. Nice work to take down Yak. Finds a player up top, but he's going to be taken down.
That was by Trent. You're going to be seeing him actually just look around over at the containers. There is a player there, but I'm not too sure if he spotted him through the gap in the door. Regardless, they need to keep control of that A flag. They know that, and they know that Collateral is just trying to push them off, because they know once all 3 players, or 3 out of the 4 players did die, they noticed that they had to go push on forward on the aggressive angle, because they were losing that position. And you see them now, it has backfired on them, because Trent's nearly been able to secure this B flag, but he won't be able to get the final touches of that, but his teammate does. So now able to have that B side control, but Collateral are already straight on that. Now it's up to Yak to try and hold that one off. There is 3 players there, though. It's already neutralized. There, it's captured, and he wasn't able to pick off any more than 1 kill when there was 3 players there.
Yeah, it was a bit hard. Rival went out for the hard push, and as you can say, they were all dropped relatively fast, and it was really easy for Collateral to make the comeback and regain control. Now, with 2 minutes 30 left in the half, we've got 47-30, your scoreline. We're on board with Forsaken right now as he gets flashed to the face, finds a player in front, and he is able to finish him off. That's Pred being dropped as Trent takes down Killer in the background before Hernebra gets some sweet revenge as play around the corner. He's going to spot him. Is he in? Yes, he does. Able to take down Hernebra. Still with Forsaken. Flashed twice. He's gone blind by now, and he was side shot there by the likes of Pred. Now we're over with Nels from Team Collateral as the scoreline is 57-35 with 2 minutes left in the half. Going to be trying to secure A over here as he's taken down for a second. There's another player dropping down. Going to get the 2-piece before he was taken down in return.
It was a nice play to get that neutralized flag. Now, of course, one player is just going to sit back and try and get that capture, while the other members of Collateral are just sitting over on this B side, over in white and in bottles to try and just pick off those kills. You see Pred and Nels actually take down 1 apiece. You got Killer just sitting on top white here, waiting for one to come out of bricks. I'm not too sure if he actually saw that player there. Regardless, he's just holding strong and waiting for someone to go ahead and contest him, and that player did try to. Fortunately, the opposing player didn't actually know he was there, but regardless, I mean, you got one player now trying to go over for that overextend. Of course, that is going to be Forsaken. We'll see if he's just going to really just be standing here looking pretty, and seemed like he hesitated a little bit too long because he got taken out.
Yeah, Killer was able to spot that player, and as we just saw him, I saw that all players from both teams were all over on the right-hand side of the map. Now, that just shows the control by this Collateral squad. They've been able to maintain control of C and B for 90% of this match, and we're just seeing them outslaying the team of Rival all over the place, and that's showing on the scoreboard. With just a minute left in the half, 83 to 45 is your scoreline. We're with Killer at the moment from Team Collateral, and the player goes right past him, able to get the easy shots out there to take down Blaze. So Killer doing some nice work here, 45 seconds left, and it's nearly double the score here, 89 to 45.
It is, and I mean, it's been a great start for the Collateral team. They've been in complete control, and it is only the first half. So you've got to keep in mind that Rival, if they, just focus on what they did wrong on the opposing half, they can still come back, but it is going to be a tricky road ahead of them. And of course, in a single elimination competition, that's not really the start they would have liked regardless. You got Hurdy on your screen who picks off a double. Blaze will take down one, though. But with 20 seconds remaining in the half, no matter what they do, it really just isn't enough time to really change any dynamic of this map. They're just going to try and pick up a couple of kills here. And Hurdy actually surprised he didn't actually pick up that one kill, but Killer says it's on a 7 streak, so I'll believe it as he'll be pushing on down. Maybe looking to get a couple more to end this half up. Willie, one more to get his streaks. Trying to get those tags. Unfortunately, won't be able to clean up the kill. Just sitting back. Doesn't want to die. Doesn't want to lose it. And it'll be 112 points to 51 at the half. 5 minutes still to go.
Collateral just showing their mettle here in the beginning of this game. They're pretty much just outslaying, out-controlling Rival in pretty much all areas. Now, don't forget that Collateral are slightly higher seeded, coming in at the seeded 30th versus Rival's 35th. And if you notice there, just in the last 30 seconds of that map, we saw that BNC, of course, were in control of Collateral, and they also neutralized A. However, Mike, so they didn't overextend. If you saw, they were kind of just holding a line along the B flag. A couple of them were extended a little bit further, basically just securing the map position and getting those spawn kills.
Because if you push on a little bit too far, you can flip those spawns, and that's not really going to be what you're after. If you can box them in there, that's going to be definitely the more favourable side of things. And you see Killer just continuing that streak. He's on 8 at the moment. Going to be closing a couple of doors as he pushes on down. They are just pushing on forward aggressively because they're getting the callouts from where these players are. And you see Killer, he's just going to pick them all up here. He's going to see another weapon. No, he goes for the reload as he backs back around. He's just trying to stay alive here. One's going to try and contest him on the stairs. He will be able to pick off that kill. His teammate picks off the other one in rolls, and you're seeing that B flag still neutralized, but it should be for too long. There's only one player really in a sort of angle to take that one down. You actually have a player from Rival that is going to be Forsaken, overextending, going for this A side and trying to make Collateral have no flags, but you see there on the mini-map, they're contesting the other two as well.
They are contesting the other two. No one in position to stop this A, but it doesn't mean much, as you said, if the other team of Collateral are trying to maintain control of BNC, and they were. Killer, my man, earning his name here on a 10-kill streak, and he was just taken down. However, that was some really nice work from him to go that far. Of course, Killer on 17 and 6. Now over with his teammate Nels. He's going to be trying to push out here into B. He's got support, and look at the mini-map. All of Rival spawning over an A. No one in position to stop this B flag. Now, they're in some great position here. Nice shots out by Nels. However, not able to finish it off. Just not a shot there. Now, 129 to 69 is your scoreline, Mike. So this Collateral squad looking very strong.
They are indeed, and I mean, Forsaken takes down Pred. You're going to be seeing Nels trying to get a couple of shots, and he will fall, but Pred just still on the opposing line of the tracks. He's just trying to contest a couple of the plays. Sees one in bottles, tries to save his teammate, but is a little bit too late. Regardless, he's going to pick off the double kill, going to be pushing on forward and decides, you know what, it's not worth it. We teamed down them. Let's just set up for a better position and get them off the spawn.
That was a very solid two-piece fight by Pred, and showing great game knowledge and awareness to just hold off there after that two-piece, and basically, as you said, holding this team back. And look at Killer. Nice positioning here. Going to get the two-piece. Is he? Yes, finally gets it. The third player's going to drop down. He's going to get that as well. No ammo. I'm sure that would have been Killer's. I know it's yours, buddy. We'll call that a three-piece. Ripping out the next gun. Follows it up with another kill to take down Trent. This guy is on a roll here. 22 for, Killer, 21 rather, for 6 with 3 caps to his name. He is going excellent here. He's going to find the next player. Takes him down. That's Blaze just adding him to the kill tally. He's going to find another player. Gets the reload, and obviously we've got a bit of a glitch on the screen here, but 2 minutes 20 left in this game. 162 to 78. Killer Mike, so he's getting me revved up here.
I just don't know how he didn't die. The players, he was getting shots off clearly. It would have been noticeable on the minimap, and no one looked in that direction. He's had to pick off the double. Then he managed to get away after he ran out of ammo the first time. And you see there, he's just going to still mop up kills. The fact that they didn't kill him could have just lost them 2 map. two flags here on this second half of domination. Frey, you're going to be seeing capture. That A flag is all. That B flag is in the control of the rival team, but not for too long. So we might see our first triple cap here of the game. But regardless, I don't want to leave Killer's screen because he just doesn't die.
And this is just amazing work by Collateral, and this really is the nail in the coffin for this rival squad. I don't think they're coming back. 180 to 80 with a minute 30 left. I don't think it's going to happen. In fact, it can't happen. And these guys are just going very, very strong here. We just saw Hernia being dropped by Blaze, but Nell's going to get some revenge in the background. 1 minute 20, 184 to 82. Mike, so this is all wrapped up, but Killer, his streak was ended, but 26 for 8? Are you kidding me?
I mean, he still has a minute 12 to continue on that streak and try to get the 30 at the end of it. I mean, you also have Trent for the team of rival. He's been going good with the kills department, but of course he's slacking a little bit on the deaths there. That's going to be piling up. But can you really blame him against the team of Collateral?
I mean, you can't at this stage. I mean, just look at the kills from all this squad. Now, Hernia will forgive him for this one. He's still warming up. But the rest of the Collateral squad drop in huge numbers in the mid to high 20s. Compare that to the side of Rival, Forsaken and Yak, just not picking it up for the team in this first game, which is quite unfortunate. 40 seconds left. We're seeing Collateral dominate. They're going to be dropping the big 200 here as they are in control of all 3 flags here, Mikester.
Trent's trying to go over onto this A side. Of course, there is going to be a player watching line. Crone there will be able to pick up that first kill, and his team will spawn on him, so they'll be able to get the quick cap in over on 8. But 206 points to 90. There's just not going to be enough time for the team of Rival to even hit the 100-point mark. And the team of Collateral, they've just been towering ahead. That's going to be map number 1 for them in a best-of-3 series. They have an S&D coming up next, and I mean, Rival really be praying, they need to be praying that they're very strong S&D.
Well, in a best-of-3 single elimination, you really want to hope they can bounce back, but 214 to 94, that's got to be demoralizing.
It really is, and I mean, you see at the very end of that map, they didn't even need to keep playing. That last minute, really, they could have put their controllers down. That would have been game, set, and match because of the huge difference that they got earlier on in that stage. You see, Pred, he hit the 30-kill mark. He had 27 and 28 kills for his teammates as well. They were all going off, and that's why they took a convincing first map.
Yeah, it was just too good. Collateral going off there in our first game in the first series of today's ACL 2K series. Now, don't forget, guys, make sure you're following the hashtag ACL2K on Twitter for all of the information and results for today's matches. I'm Maniac with Mike, so we'll be back with Game 2 right after this.